Well, hello and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Senator Briscoe, coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today is Wednesday, March the 10th, 2021. Got some Shen Show likes to shout out at you. Martin Kelly, Richie, Humarito, Notira, John Briscoe, Jamie O'Driscoll, Leony, Pedraza, Fernandez, Lisa Foster, Mary Jalbuna, Steve Clary, Ed Shreve, and my Pokey pal, Amanda Sue Littl. These are the punks that like the show. Alright. We got some weather forecast coming up for you right here in the St. Charles area. Right now it's a 65 degrees out there. Boy, that's a nice hot, balmy temperature for the clouds to be down already. How about this evening? That's right, cloudy this evening with thunderstorms developing after midnight. Lows are going to be around 59 degrees Fahrenheit with winds south to southwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Chances of rain 90%. Winds could occasionally gust up over 40 miles per hour. How about March the 11th, Thursday, March the 11th? Thunderstorms in the morning, overcast during the afternoon with occasional rain, and storms may continue. Strong gusty winds with high temperatures around 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That didn't sound like strong gusty winds. 5 to 10 miles per hour. Anyway, chances of rain, 100%. It's going to be coming down, folks. At least that's what the weather forecast says for the St. Charles area. Anyway, partly cloudy skies during the evening will give way to cloudy skies overnight. Slight chances of rain, showers. Lows around 44 degrees Fahrenheit with winds north-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then Friday, March the 12th, cloudy with occasional rain in the afternoon. Highs near 60 degrees Fahrenheit with winds east to northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain, 70%. Rain overnight with lows around 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 80% with rainfall near a half an inch. And then Saturday, March the 13th. Steady rain in the morning. Showers continuing in the afternoon. Highs around 55 degrees Fahrenheit with winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 70% and rainfall near a quarter of an inch. Now, 46 degrees. Yes, overcast with rain showers at times overnight. Lows are going to be around 46 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 60%. March the 14th, that's Sunday, my friends. Rain is quite likely. Highs are going to be around 54 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of rain 90%, rainfall around a half inch. Periods of rain overnight with lows around 43 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be east at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of rain 70%, rainfall near a half an inch. And then for your final 5-day forecast day, Monday, March the 15th. Overcast skies with rain showers at times. Highs are going to be around 53 degrees Fahrenheit and winds east to northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 60%. A few snow showers in the evening and then clouds lingering overnight. Low temperatures are going to be around 35 degrees Fahrenheit and winds north to northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 30%. And so there you have your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. I've got some issues. I don't know I don't know how to feel about it. I was asking myself, and I said to myself, I said, what? I said, politically correctly, are we allowed to have a gender reveal party? Because if you have a gender reveal party, that's supposed to let you know what sex your child is going to be. But to be politically correct, you can't label your child one sex or another. You have to wait until your child's 12 years old, and then they will tell you which sex they are. Isn't that right? Or am I mistaken on that? I've heard it in the news. It's got to be true. I've seen them marching in protest to make sure that people understand that. So what's the point of that? Spending the money for a gender reveal party? Just wait 12 years. You'll find out what sex your baby is. Oh, okay. I was watching a movie last night, and there was a Oriental guy in the movie. And I said, hey, does that guy look Oriental to you? I said, I'm sure that guy's going to be Oriental, right? Well, my black friend said, oh, no. Sorry, you can't say Oriental. Because if you say Oriental, then you have, that's prejudicism, because you didn't stipulate whether they were Filipino, whether they were Chinese, whether they were Japanese, whether they were whatever, Korean, any of those. You didn't stipulate between which genre, or not genre, but which one of the Oriental, which one of the Oriental groups they were. And he was also pointing out that we're having issues with Aunt Jemima and Mrs. Butterworth. Mrs. Butterworth syrup, now that's racist. And Aunt Jemima cooking products, that's racist. Well, he was saying, I tell you what, probably wasn't a single black person in the whole United States of America ever saying anything like that. He said, the person that came up with that was a white person saying, I don't think that that's right. Because he grew up eating it all his life, and he never once complained about it, and his whole family never complained about it. As a matter of fact, that would be aunts, uncles, and all the rest of them. So, politically correct, we have to change our bottle of syrup, can't be that no more, and our pancake cooking materials can't be that no more. We have to change our packaging on these items. Somebody was talking about Mr. Potato Head products. No, we're no longer going to be called Mr. Potato Head products. It's just going to be called Potato Head products. Why? Why would we have to change that from Mr. Potato Head to Potato Head? Well, because that's gender specific. And so, therefore, we have to go and do a gender reveal on our potato now to make sure we do not have a male or female potato. It can only be a potato head product, which is really ridiculous, because anybody that even knows anything about potato head products knows that, yes, they have Lego potato head, Lego stuff, and all kinds of different products that Potato Head has, but for how many of years, let's say, 70 or 80 years? Is that how long Potato Head products have been out? And they have always been referred to as Mr. Potato Head? And why, at this point in time, do you need to change that? It's been Mr. Potato Head forever. there ain't no point in changing it to Potato Head. It's just going to cost Potato Head products a bunch of money. Mr. Potato Head is now going to be Potato Head. It's going to cost us all kinds of money in repackaging everything that ever did say Mr. Potato Head product. Has to be recalled. Has to be repackaged under Potato Head products. Can't be sold under Mr. Potato Head products any longer. How convenient is that for Mr. Potato Head? How much expense is that going to add Mr. Potato Head products to you? How much more are you going to have to pay for that product? Gas prices. Gas prices have jumped sky high. Well, I tell you what, not only has the gas price jumped sky high, so has the grocery prices. The health and beauty products, the homewares, everything that's in the department store, all that stuff, the price is going up. No, it's not taxes that's bringing it up. No, it's not. It's not because the store is trying to gouge you. No, it's none of that. It's because we have decided that we should not be taking gas from the ground here in the United States anymore. We should not be pumping it from one end of the United States to the other in a pipeline anymore. We should not be doing any kind of fracking. We should not be using our natural resources in our country. We should get all our resources from a different country, so that the price of fuel can keep climbing. And if you know anything about where your groceries come from, they don't come from the grocery store. They come from a truck that drove them to the grocery store. And how did that truck get there? On fuel. Yes, sirree, it was a fossil fuel. And the price per gallon of that fossil fuel is climbing. How about this? How about if I just check real quick? What is the average cost per gallon of diesel fuel? $3.17 per gallon. While national gallon average cost per gallon stayed in the $2.85 range this week, diesel continues to creep up with a national average of $3.17 per a gallon, according to the Energy Information Administration. So there you go. $3.17 per gallon, and so therefore your bread is going to go up, your milk's going to go up, and everything else that takes any kind of a fuel to get it to your store is going to go up. You know what I think you should invest in right now? Probably your best investment would be leather. Leather and rubber. And the only reason rubber is not for your car tires, it's for your shoes. That's right. You're going to be using that leather. It's going to be wearing out quite quickly, and you'll be buying new shoes. So you may as well invest in a shoe company, because nobody's going to be able to afford to drive. May not even be able to afford, and once you do afford to get yourself to the grocery store, you want to be able to afford to pay for the food that you got there with. These are small thoughts that I've had for the last couple of days, and well, I just thought I'd throw it out there for you guys to chew on. Think it over. Just think it over. Tell me, why do we need gender reveal parties when we're not allowed to infringe on a child's psyche like that by telling them that they are one or the other? We have to wait till they're 12 years old to decide, and when they do, well, then they get to tell you. All right, I'm off the soapbox. Let's do some slinging. I done Alabama yesterday, little Alabama. Yesterday. What's gonna do today? What's gonna do? Gonna drink some water. That's what I'm gonna do. Gonna drink some water. How about you? I'm gonna drink some water. Some H2O. Gonna drink some water. That's the way to go. Hey, any of y'all ever been on gas? I say on gas. I'm talking about, what is it they stick you out with in the dentist office? Well, not me. I've never went out in the dentist office. They use a local on me, and Novocaine or whatever it is, the local anesthetic, the needle. They poked me with the needle, and anyway, a friend of mine got gassed today, and they yanked some teeth on him, cut down to his gum and whatnot, and yanked some teeth, and had to go in for the roots. But either way, he said he felt like he was gonna die. I've never been on the gas, so I wouldn't know how it felt. I would imagine that at one point in time I've been gassed up, but that was when they were doing my spinal injury, my spinal, surgery. Yeah, my spinal surgery, but you couldn't tell me by it. I was out cold. But I couldn't tell you, any one thing or another. But if you all have been on gas, how does it make you feel? Let me know down below in your comments. I'd appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button and share. Not that I'm live. If I was live, I guess that would make a difference, but I'm not. Anyway, I am live, but I'm not broadcasting live. How's that sound? Okay. What songs did you want me to sing? Oh, yeah, see, I asked that as though if I'm live and you can tell me and I can sing them. Well, alright. Let's see. It's a Corvette song. Song lyrics, the Corvette song. Well, I stopped off at the Quick Snack for some beer and cigarettes. The old man took my money as he stared at my Corvette. He said, I had one just like her, son, in 1963. Till the man down at the bank, he took her from me. Oh, she was hotter than a $2 pistol. She was the fastest thing around. Long and lean, every young man's dream. She turned every head in town. Oh, she was built and fun to handle, son, and I'm glad that you walked in. She reminds me of the one I loved back then. Well, I handed him my keys, and I said, here, take her for a spin. And the old man just shook his head, and then he looked at me and grinned. He said, son, you just don't understand. It ain't the car I want. It's the brunette in your vet that turns me on. Oh, she was hotter than a $2 pistol. She was the fastest thing around. Long and lean, every young man's dream. She turned her head in town. Oh, she was built and fun to handle, son. I'm glad that you walked in. She reminds me of the one I loved back then. Oh, she reminds me of the one I loved back then. There you go. That was Pop Higgins. Name of the song is The One I Loved Back Then. Pop Hunter? I guess Pop Hunter. I don't know. Adriel. Pop Hunter Adriel? Okay. Whatever. The Corvette song. There's another something or other song I was going to do. The only reason I done that one was because there was a spoof I was going to do off of that for my haircut. I stopped in at the clip joint just the other day. had to get a haircut, and this is what she said. Hey, she said, I'll be right with you there if you just now take a chair, and I'll be back in just a minute with the scissors and a pair. So I stepped on over to the chair, and I snuggled myself in, and then she came back and started to trim. Oh, it was Great Cliff's store on First Capitol, right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Oh, she done me a job. Her name was Notira, and she wasn't in no hurry. Oh, she clipped my hair and done me right, and the way it looks right now, I tell you, friends, I am so glad that I went there and got it styled. Okay, there you go. Sierra over at the Great Clips right here in St. Charles, Missouri on First Capitol Drive, also known as in the what is that school? Lindenwood College campus. Not in the Lindenwood College campus, but at the Lindenwood College Market. I don't know. It's a little strip mall over there where Snoops is at in St. Charles, Missouri. All right, let's see what's another song that we can sing. How about we'll try this one. Song lyrics. He stopped loving her today. He said, I'll love you till I die. She told him, you'll forget in time. As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. He kept her picture on his wall, went half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. He kept some letters by his bed, dated 1962. He had underlined in red every single I love you. I went to see him just today. Oh, but I didn't see no tears. All dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen him smile in years. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and soon they'll be carrying him away. He stopped loving her today. You know, she came to see him for one last time. Oh, and we all wondered if she would. Well, it kept running through my mind. This time, he's over her for good. Well, he stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll be carrying him away. He stopped loving her today. Go to sleep. Song lyrics down on the corner. Well, this ain't exactly the one that I was picking to sing, but I'll dare. Let me get a little sip of the water again. ain't the one I was picking on, but this is the one I'm going to do. I said, early in the evening, just about supper time, over by the courthouse, they're starting to unwind. 4 kids on the corner trying to bring you up. Willie picks a tune out and blows her on the harp. Well, down on the corner, out in the streets, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring your nickels, tap your feet. Well, a rooster hits the washboard, and the people just got to smile. A blinky thumps the gut bass, and solos for a while. Poor boy twangs the rhythm out on his calamazoo, and Willie goes into a dance and doubles on kazoo. Well, down on the corner, out in the streets, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring your nickel, tap your feet. Well, down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring your nickel, tap your feet. Well, you don't need a penny just to hang around, but if you got a nickel, won't you lay your money down? Over on the courthouse, there's a happy noise. People come from all around to watch them magic boys. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys playing, bring your nickel, tap feet. I said, down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys playing, bring your nickel, tap feet. I said, down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring your nickel, tap your feet. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring your nickel. All right. That was CCR. I wasn't planning on doing CCR, but it was the other corner that I was talking about. And that corner was something about song lyrics. Baby's got her blue jeans on. This corner is the one I was talking about. Down on the corner, by the traffic light, everybody's looking as she goes by. They turn their heads and they watch her till she's gone. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. Up by the bus stop and across the street, they open up her windows to take a peek. Y'all, she's got walking, rocking like a rolling stone. Heaven help us, baby's got her blue jeans on. She can't help it if she's made that way. She's not to blame if they look her way. She ain't really trying to cause a scene. It just comes naturally. Lord, the girl can't help it. Well, up on Main Street, by the taxi stand, there's a crowd of people and a traffic jam. She don't look back, she ain't doing nothing wrong. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. She can't help it if she's made that way. She's not to blame if they look her way. She ain't really trying to cause a scene. It just comes naturally. Oh, the girl can't help it. Well, down on the corner, by the traffic light, everybody's looking as she goes by. They turn their head and they watch her till she's gone. Heaven help us, baby's got her blue jeans on. Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. Heaven help us, baby's got her blue jeans on. One more song, and then we'll move along. I haven't picked out the story for today, so I don't know how long it's going to be. Of course, the other song is going to be ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo, boom, 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 boom. Oh, there we go. Song lyrics, My Baby. Song lyrics, American Made. Here we go. Seems like everything I buy these days has got a foreign name. From the kind of car I drive to my video game, I've got a Nikon camera, a Sony color TV. But the one that I love is from the USA, standing next to me. Well, my baby is American made, born and bred in the U.S. of A. She's from her silky long hair to her sexy long legs. My baby is American made. Well, she looks good in her tight blue jeans she bought in Mexico. She loves wearing French perfume everywhere that we go. But when it comes to the loving part, one thing is for sure, my baby's genuine USA. USA's for sure. I said my baby is American made. Oh, yes, she is born and bred in the U.S. of A. From her silky long hair to her sexy long legs, my baby is American made. Oh, I said my baby is American made. Born and bred in the U.S. of A. From her silky long hair to her sexy long legs, my baby is American made. I said, my baby is American made. All right. Here we go. Story. Here, we'll just jump into it like this. We'll get there that way. And then, whoa, hey, looky there, folks. It's time for TV Grandpa. That's right. TV Grandpa is going to bring you a story this evening for the kids. That's right, all the kids. Gather around, and it's time for TV Grandpa to give you a settling down. That's right. Time to settle down, time to kick back and relax with TV Grandpa. Huckleberry Finn, wake up. Huckleberry Finn. Scratch that. Huckleberry Finn. Go to sleep. Why, there it is. Huckleberry Finn. The adventurous story of Huckleberry Finn. Also a Mark Twain story. Once upon a time there lived a boy called Huckleberry Finn. Well, poor Huck was a troubled young fellow. Huck's father, Pap, was a mean father who drank and drank. After Huck's father left town, and certain things led to Huck finding a treasure, Huck was adopted by the widow Douglas, and the widow Douglas adopted Huck and tried to turn him into a well-mannered boy. Well, you know how Huck was. He wasn't having none of it. That's right. Huck could not cope with cleanliness, school-going, and church-going. But Tom Sawyer, his friend, persuaded him otherwise. Now Huck wanted to be a respectable man, and soon Pap returned. And, well, he wanted Huck's money, and so he tried to get his son back. Well, Judge Thatcher tries to help the widow Douglas in keeping the legal custody of Huck, but another judge in the town thinks it is better for Huck to live with his father. These days, that would probably be hard to get to. Anyway, this judge even takes Pap to his house, and all in hopes that Pap will become a better man. But Pap does not. He tries to harass Huck. Meanwhile, Huck has learned to read and has become well-mannered. When the widow Douglas catches Pap around her house, she warns Pap. She tells him to go away. Well, so Pap kidnaps Huck, and Huck is taken to a house near the Mississippi River. But before things could get really bad, Huck escapes. He fakes his death, and with the help of a dead pig, he takes the blood and spreads it all over the cabin, making it look as though if there was a terrible struggle and Huck was killed. When Huckleberry runs away, he finds an island, and there he comes to know that searchers from the towns are searching for him in the river. Huck decides to stay in hiding. He soon encounters a runaway slave, and after hearing the slave's story, Huck thinks it is the best to help him. Well, although he did not know if he was doing the right thing or not, and while the two camped out, a storm makes the Mississippi River flood. Actually, he knew the slave, because the slave was named Jim, and Jim just so happened to be the widow Douglas's slave. Well, anyway, while the two camped out, a storm makes the Missouri River flood, and these two make a raft, and when they see a house floating, they look at the house. Well, when they do so, they find a dead body inside the house. Now, the slave Jim refuses to let Huck see the dead body because, and then they leave the house. And soon, Huck learns that Jim's owner has seen some smoke coming from the woods and knows that Jim is hiding there. He also learns that there is a reward for Jim's capture, so they decide to run away even further. They take their raft and they move downriver towards towards the Ohio River. Slavery was prohibited there, and on their way, they encounter numerous adventures. That's right. These two run into a gang of robbers, and Huck and Jim are captured, but in the end they run off with the robbers' treasure. They continue towards the Ohio River, but during the nighttime fog, they miss the mouth of the river and float to the people looking for Jim instead. Upon being accused of stealing another person's property, Huck lies, and he tells them that his father is on the raft is suffering from smallpox, and the men leave Huck and go away. The next night, a steamboat rips the raft into two pieces, and the two of them are separated. Huck ends up at the house of the Grangerfords, who were fighting another family called the Shepherdsons. The reasons for the fight was really unknown, and the employment of son and daughter of the families. A gunfight broke out, and many from both sides died. And before Huck could do something, Jim returned with a repaired raft. So, Jim and Huck ran away again. They rescued two phony aristocrats. One of them continued downriver, and all of them continued downriver. They were headed for Cairo. Still, soon they came to a town. There they had heard talk of a rich man dying and leaving his inheritance to his two brothers, while the two phony aristocrats entered pretending to be the brothers. They were welcomed by Wilkes' sisters and the dead man, and soon they proceeded procedure of letting out the inheritance begins. And so soon the procedure of letting out the inheritance begins. Now, the townspeople were dubious of trusting the two phonies, but Huck tells the oldest of the Wilkes sisters that about the scam. But before something can happen, the real brothers arrive, and the phonies, Huck and Jim, and then they nailed the phonies. Well, Huck and Jim leave the town, while the two phonies then sell Jim to a local farmer. They also tell the farmer that a reward is being offered for the runaway slave. Well, Huck finds it out and goes to rescue Jim. As it turns out, Jim was being held in Tom's aunt's and uncle's house. Well, they mistake Huck for Tom, and Tom was about to visit them. When Tom arrives, Huck tells him everything before Tom reaches the house. Tom then pretends to be his own younger brother, Sid, and they hatch a plan to escape together with Jim. Okay, now, but when they escape, Tom is shot in the leg. Poor Jim gives up running away to help Tom. While Huck went to find a doctor, Jim was bound in chains again. Next morning, Tom reveals that Jim had always been free. Huck and Tom were playing a game as a payback for the troubles they caused Jim. Now, Aunt Polly and the one with Tom Sawyer arrives, and she then identifies the two for who they actually are. The other aunt wants to adopt Huck, but Huck reveals that he doesn't want to be civilized and wants to go west. Tom returns to his hometown, and Huck sets out for the west. And there you have it, friends. That was some sort of a version of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. So, there you have it. That was story time for the kids. All right, kids. Hey, TV Grandpa is off with the Daily Bread portion of the program. And today's Daily Bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you by The Bible with Briscoe 2021. The Bible with Briscoe 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's daily reading is going to be Deuteronomy 11 through 13 and Mark 12, 1 through 27. So, don't forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2021. Okie dokie, here we go. Practice these things. Practice these things will be our devotion today in the Daily Bread portion of the program. And as a matter of fact, we'll be reading of Philippians 4, 1 through 9. And these are the things that we should be practicing. Therefore, my brothers and sisters, you whom I love and long for, may joy and crown, my joy and crown, stand firm in the Lord in this way, dear friends. I plead with Eucadon, and I pled with Syntyche to be of the same mind in the Lord. Yes, I asked you, my true companion, help these women, since they have contended at my side in the cause of the gospel, along with Clement and the rest of my co-workers whose names are in the book of life. Rejoice in the Lord always. I say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near, and do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. There you go. That was Philippians 4, 1 through 9. And that, my friends, was the daily bread portion of our program for today, which was brought to you by The Bible with Briscoe 2021. The Bible with Briscoe 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2021 for your daily reading of the Bible. Okie dokie, friends. Hey, that cuts it. Looks like there's only one more song left to be sung, and that would be, "Oh, well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So, goodbye, my friends. Goodbye." This here has been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello. And how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show. And as always, you know, God loves you. And so do I. So come back and see us tomorrow because, well, hey, we'll be here. And we hope that you are too. Goodbye.